I made a comment uh, over Twitter, the kind of comment that you would say in private or you would say over the phone, you watching the game and you're like, man, what is this woman doing with her hair? And so I tweeted out, what did I tweet it out? Say, hey, look, any female WNBA fans give me an opinion on Aari McDonald's wig? Looks crazy to me, but I'm no expert. I tweet this out during the game. Shortly after the game, Aari McDonald responded to me over Twitter. LOL. I usually don't respond to foolishness like this, but I couldn't help myself this time. You're very lame for commenting on a woman's appearance, and for your information, it's not a wig. Don't make me get Stephen A. Smith. Stay blessed. And people were shocked. I saw this tweet. I saw her response. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, man, let me apologize. And so I did. I'm sorry. All right. I sincerely apologize. Great victory. And people, I can't believe you backed down. Whitlock, you folded up like a cheap suit. Just keeping it 100, 100, 100. When I tweeted that out, I never in my wildest dreams thought that Aari McDonald would see it. I just didn't. I just thought I was making a little passing comment and she would never see it. And so when I saw that she saw it, and I'm like, and I'm just keeping it real, and I mean this like she's my niece or whatever, and I'm just like, oh man, this cute little girl, I'm cracking a joke or making a comment about her hairstyle. Maybe her teammates are joking with her about it. I don't want to do anything to disturb her peace, joy, confidence, whatever. I just don't. And finding out that she saw it, and then the classy way that she pushed back. And she did push back pretty strongly, because the stay blessed comment is her saying, hey, Jason, you're a Christian and you're just publicly ridiculing me. What have I done to you? That stay blessed comment kicked me in the gut. And so I apologize. But it's also an indication of just like these young people. I think she's 25, 26 years old. She's on social media. If I make a comment about her play, she makes a mistake, she takes too many shots, she can handle that. But she doesn't want to be bothered, and I don't need to be bothering her. Particularly, I have a large following. I don't need to be bothering her with comments about her wig, weave, hairstyle, whatever. That's a little private joke I can crack in a group chat with friends. I didn't need to be doing it over Twitter. These young women on public stages that they never really anticipated. No one's ever talked about the WNBA before or women's basketball before. It was a comment beneath me. And if I had known that she would see it, I would have never done it. And so I apologize. And I do want to bring Shamika into this conversation, because I do need a woman's opinion on this, because that's what I was asking for over Twitter. And I almost called Shamika, but I was like, she ain't watching the Indiana Fever. I'm the only guy that, watches every Indiana Fever game. So Shamika, I want you to join me here. Was I out of line? First of all, was I out of line with my tweet? What did you think of me apologizing?
I think it's great, Jason, if you felt like you needed to apologize. But as I say, there's a group of people on the planet that are always offended but never ashamed. Whether it's a weave or a wig, it's clearly like some type of Farrah Fawcett going on in the back when the front is short as 2 minutes to 12. And it's not her hair. But what I understand is that we like to lie as women, and we also lie to each other. Yesterday, I took a picture with my daughters, and when one of my daughters sent it to me last night, I looked at it and I said, oh my God, I have an afro with twists. And my other daughter sitting on the couch with me, she didn't look at me and say, oh, mommy, no, you don't. It's beautiful. She was raised with me. So she said, yeah, your hair grows fast. But guess what, Jason? I have an Afro with twist today. I'm going to have an Afro with twist next week and probably the week after that because it's convenient. There's no reason to lie. And this whole idea that you're lame because you commented on a woman's appearance is just hypocritical BS because women comment on men's appearance all the time. You have to be 6'6", or you can't be short. You have to be fit, or I like them fat as a teddy bear, or I don't want a man that's bald. I mean, women comment on men's appearances all the time. And I guarantee if you had given her a favorable comment, no one would have jumped on you to say you're lame for commenting on a woman's appearance, nor would they felt like they needed to come to her defense. This is just what we do, again, because not only do we lie to each other.
I get and agree to some degree to what you're saying, but as someone with, what is it, 900 or so thousand Twitter followers, and I comment about the fever constantly. If Aari McDonald after the game had said something stupid about her play, what's going on in politics, all that, fair game. And I'm going to be critical, and there would be no way I would apologize. But just a little passing comment about her hair, I didn't need to do that. And I have to she is just 26. She's not Shamika, who's 36. Aren't you? Or did you just turn 37? She's not a fully grown woman. She's, in my view, a child. And because I'm enjoying her play, I'm enjoying what she brought. I'm a Fever fan. I shouldn't be surprised that, the tweet got in front of her because I tweet so much and talk so much about the Fever. She's like any of these athletes. My stuff comes across her feed or gets put in her face. Family, who knows? I felt like I didn't need to do it. There's other things I could comment on. There's other things I have commented on. Early in the year when they first got her, I thought, hey, they're playing her too many minutes. She didn't get upset with me about that. And I have to say, I thought the way she responded was humorous and not super offended. It was more just like, Whitlock, I see what you did there. Stay blessed. Yeah, stay blessed. I liked her pushback. I that's all I could say. That I hear what you're saying, but I think she handled it properly, and I think I made the proper decision backpedaling. And I think Kendrick Perkins is right that this social media thing does has an impact on these male and females on their mental health.
Jason, I do think as a sports journalist, you could have stuck to sports. However, I don't consider her a child. At 26, I was married with a family. And so I don't think she was super offended either. She looked at herself in the mirror before you ever saw her hair. And I do think that she responded in a great way. To me, be blessed is a bit of a read. That's what we say at the end when we've kind of read someone or put them in their place. That's what we say as women, be blessed. But I didn't see anything wrong with her pushing back. I do believe, though, however, that social media does have an effect on people's mental health because they buy into it so much. This goes back to saying something like, if you feel good about the praise, you will be broken down by the criticism. You can't really take either of it too seriously, the praise or the criticism, because if you're looking outward for your self-esteem, people are going to flip-flop from one day to the next. There's going to be a day when someone says, oh, Shamika looks beautiful. Then there's going to be a day when they say, what in the world did she do to her hair? There's going to be a day when they say, I love what she's saying. And then there's going to be a day when that very same person will say, I'm unfollowing you because I disagree with what you're saying. You can't put too much into this social media, but we are teaching people that social media is self-esteem, when self-esteem is admiration about oneself. It's about how you feel about yourself, and what someone else says should not weigh on you that much. But I do understand that younger people are kind of building their self-esteem based on what somebody else thinks, the likes, the comments, and that is where we are, but we shouldn't be that way. So yeah, when you say there's a 26-year-old versus, me being 37, I do see the difference, and I do understand that they take things a lot differently because they've kind of been on this social media a long time, majority of their lives, whereas we got on social media older. We had already established how we feel about ourselves, and it was kind of apart from mainstream, like a lot of people being able to comment and give their feedback and opinions on us. So we do see it differently. But at the end of the day, again, you could have said something different because you're a sports journalist, but she saw her hair before anyone else did. And I think she knew it wasn't the best hairstyle. I looked at my hair before I got on.
I want to end there on, can we put up a picture? Yeah, the hairstyle. As I said, it looked crazy to me. I wanted a woman's opinion. Thumbs up, thumbs down on this.
Thumbs down. I would never do the whole Farrah Fawcett in the back, short as 2 minutes to 12 on the front. It could be something done differently. And I have an afro with twist.
Thank you, Shamika. Thank you, Shamika.
If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.